Kia ora Aotearoa. In your news for this Maori Language Week, e tā tari ana a te Ururoa Flavell mena ai rānei. Ka riro I ai e te tūranga hei ki arataki takiroa. Kua mahue ia Peter Sharples. Ka whakatōtera e te hui ato o te Pāti Māori, ka tuhe ngā wiki e rua e haere mai nei. Te Ururoa Flavell says if he's given the option, he'll do his level best to follow the legacy left by Peter Sharples and Tariana Turia.
I'm going to give it my all. I've been with the party ever since we started. Was a part of the original working group that set the party up, so my heart's in the right place. The energy's there.
Wellington City Council says it has no plans to follow in Auckland's footsteps in cracking down on beggars. Auckland City Council was considering a bylaw which would ban asking for money, food or other items, as well as soliciting donations in an intimidating way. Wellington Council member Stephanie Cook says the proposal is harsh as there are some genuine begging circumstances. Meanwhile, Auckland retailers are backing the bylaw. Heart of the City Chief Executive Alex Sweeney admits it would be harsh, but says it would be used when all else fails. He says some retail workers prefer to work in branches outside the CBD because of beggars. Alex Sweeney says some retail staff and often customers have to step over them and are intimidated every day while being asked for money. And it's been 50 years since New Zealand's worst ever internal air disaster. 23 people died when a DC-3 airliner crashed into the Kaimai Ranges en route from Whenuapai Airport to Tauranga. A memorial was held today in the town of Matamata. To politics, and with controversy in all his supporting parties, ACT, United Future and now the Maori Party, John Key says next year's election will be interesting. The Prime Minister believes the party with the most votes should get first dibs on forming the new government.
If National was to go out there and poll 46%, for instance, and not form the government, I think there'd be outrage in New Zealand. But in the end, it'll be what it'll be.
And the doctor will see you now by video link. Hospitals in the UK are trialling telemedicine technology that could improve the standard of care at night and in the weekends. The system has high-definition cameras which allow doctors to consult, diagnose and treat patients from a centralised location remotely. Widely used in the United States, the system has been credited with reducing death rates by 27% and hospital stays by 23%. And more than 1,000 people have gathered in the Arizona mountain town of Prescott in the US to mourn the loss of 19 elite firefighters. Residents marked the nation's deadliest day for fire crews since September 11. Only one member of the 20-person crew survived Monday's tragedy, and that was because he was moving the unit's truck at the time. Authorities are investigating exactly what went wrong after the wind suddenly changed direction and the fire turned on the squad. Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi has called on the army to withdraw its threat to intervene unless he resolves his differences with opponents. President Morsi's official Twitter account says he insists on his constitutional legitimacy and rejects any attempt to overstep it. Morsi's statement came after millions took to the streets demanding his resignation, prompting the army to give him 48 hours to respond to the demands of the people or face an imposed solution. At least 7 people died in clashes in Cairo between Morsi's supporters and opponents yesterday. Pope John Paul II looks set to be made a saint. The Commission of Cardinals and Bishops have met in the Vatican, officially signing off on the late pontiff's case. One possible canonisation date is December the 8th. And finally with sports now, and the Chiefs remain an option for Sonny Bill Williams in 2014. Williams denies reports he's signed with the Roosters next year, tweeting he hasn't committed to anything. And in cricket, veteran seam bowler Chris Martin has announced he's retiring from all forms of cricket. The 38-year-old has played 71 tests for the Black Caps after making his test debut against South Africa in the year 2000. He retires as New Zealand's third highest test wicket taker with 233 dismissals. He'll go down in history as one of our worst batsmen, however. Martin averaged just 2.36 for his career and was dismissed for a duck 36 times. And that was your news for Wednesday the 3rd of July. Ka kite anō.